So guess what happened? Wait for it. It's Taco About It Tuesday, and guess what I did? Guess what I found? It's a 2 times speed raining tacos. Oh my goodness. How much do you love it? Seriously. Like, how much fun is that? I love it. It's raining tacos. You know what? I'm going to say, like, if your kids don't like healthy food, bring out your mom jams and be like, what? Tell me healthy food's not cool. Maybe you just need a unicorn toque. Oh my goodness, I can't even help myself. Oh my goodness, I'm having one of those days where I've decided I'm really super funny. And I will say that, not everyone, not to point fingers, my son, not everyone, appreciates my sense of humor. But I'd like to say that I think, I think my humor is on point. I want to start out by saying that I think I'm pretty funny today. I was making a post about having some of the not feeling good things, and I was looking for my poop emoji, which I could not find, but then I found a horse, and then I laughed to myself even harder, and I thought, oh god, horse means the trots. That's even funnier, Dori. And then I won't lie, I laughed to myself for about 5 minutes. Oh, the trots. And then I congratulated myself on being like super awesome funny. I think it's one of those weeks where I'm the only one who like appreciates my sense of humor. Whatever, that's okay. So I decided today, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't feel like brushing my hair, and I was like, who needs to brush their hair when you have like this really awesome unicorn toque? So I'll apologize first for saying I'm running a little late. Hello, Robin. Hello, my Kathy. Hello, my Jessica. I'm so excited to see all of you guys because today I'm going to explain what Dori's been doing this weekend. Because again, Dori does Dori things and just goes off in a tangent, and everybody's like, what are you doing, Dori? Why are you doing that? So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to quick share this to main group, because this is going to be an explanation of what the heck is going on in Dori's group. Because Dori's been doing some weird stuff over the weekend. If you guys took the weekend off, because it's a long weekend and you guys weren't around, duh, then you might have a few bazillion notifications from Dori this morning. Things that say Dori was doing this and Dori was doing that, and crazy Dori is up here and there and everywhere again. So I'm going to share this to main group, and I'm going to explain to you guys what is afoot, because we are getting some really, really exciting stuff on the go. So we are posted in group. We are ready to rock and roll. Everybody in group can watch it live. So I'm going to explain to you guys what the problem is. So when I originally started my Facebook group, which we will now affectionately call Original Facebook Group, I only created it for 6 to 20 ladies. And I never really contemplated a lot of content. And I never thought about what would happen once there was, 300 live video posts on the group, and how you would then get about to find the content that you want. Now, originally, I very ambitiously told people, oh, use the search function, because the search function will bring you to anything you want. And then I realized a couple things. One, not everybody has a search function. If you're using Android or iPhone or iPad or computer or laptop, it's all different format. So to explain to people how to go about searching is issue number 1. So I even did that. I made a whole video about how to search things in the group, how to find what you're looking for. And then I realized when I tried to search things the way I explained to people to search them, it didn't really work. And I was like, what do you mean it doesn't work? It says you can search for stuff. It should work. Like, I should be able to type in pizza and it should pull me up pizza recipes. But I found out that it doesn't really work that way. Now, the major issue with content in group is that every time somebody comments on a post, it bumps it up in the feed. So if you, for example, you made a post about you're not losing any weight and you're in a stall and you need some help, and then 10 other people post something that day, it might get buried underneath of all the content and somebody might not see that post. So for many months, I've been contemplating how to fix this issue, how to make group more user-friendly, and how to make it possible to get all of the things that we want. Because we've got, I think we just hit just over 2,600 people in group. So that's a lot of people, a lot of content, a lot of comments. We've got a lot of funnies to share, lots of recipes. So this is what I've decided to do. I'm gonna kind of hack what my two besties do with their group. Now, Wendy does something that's called sub grouping. So she's got a smaller group within group to have specific content. And my Nancy, Keto for Real Life People, she has it so that people can comment on specific posts set by admin. So we're going to combine the two ideas, and we are going to have subgroups for our really large topics that everybody comments on all the time. So for example, the very first subgroup is the recipe box. So from now on, any recipe content is going to be on the recipe box subgroup. That itself is divided into categories. So it's going to be easy to find what you guys are looking for. And Dori style, we named them Dori stuff. Like, I don't want to cook, but everybody can't starve. So, or death by dessert. So you're going to be able to find all of your recipes by category. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have topics of discussion. So each week when it's needed, or once a week, once a month, we'll have special features where the admin will start a new topic to discuss and we can all have our say, we can comment in there. So this is what it's going to change in main group, because that's really, at the end of the day, you're like, okay, Dori, so why are all the groups and how does that make it better? Because that's kind of a silly question. If you've got too much content in one group, how does more groups make it better? So this is what it's going to happen. So main group will house all of the subgroups and the topics of discussion. So when you pop in a main group, at the very top in the announcements, it will have each of the subgroups and the topics of discussion. So what that does is if you're coming to main group and you're looking for recipes, you can click directly to the recipes and find that. If you're coming into group and you really need help with your mindset, you can click on the Mindset Matters group and find all of the information there. If you're brand new, we're working on just today. Jessica is helping me, and Robin when she has some time after hurricane, because nothing is more important than being hurricane prepared. We are loading that group up with all the information that it will need to get rolling out. So over the weekend, Dori built 3 subgroups for our colorful keto lifestyle. So we have our very first subgroup, which is the recipe box. We're going to start putting all of our amazing recipes in there. When you guys get time, if you can help me transfer from main group to the new recipe subgroup, I would love you, because I'm only one Dori, and boy, do we have a lot of wicked content. Then we have our Mindset Matters group, and that is going to be for all the deeper side of weight loss, is where you guys are going to go for that. We've got our newbies group getting all built up called What is Keto, and we're going to be able to use that for easy reference. Think basic, simple Keto 101. So if you've got friends and family who know nothing about keto, and you want them to have a little fun and learn a little something, that's going to be the group for them. Today, I'm working on a specific bariatric group so that we can have a subgroup for all of my bariatric family, because things are slightly different for us. Our portions are different, our macros are different. Sometimes it's startling for the regular eaters. So we're gonna have our very own little subgroup for that. And then the very last subgroup that I still have yet to build, we're going to do something about customizing our keto. So it's gonna be the more advanced keto, things like fasting, intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day eating, biohacking, doing your own research, going holistic keto, and being able to find all of those things. So in Dori Brain, I should draw a picture because I don't know if anybody ever knows how Dori Brain works. So in Dori Brain, our original group is just going to be a big fat umbrella. So this is going to be our main group, which is Colorful Keto Lifestyle. When you pop in a main group, you're going to be able to find all of the different resources that you want on one click. So if you're looking for food, it's a one click. From main group, you go to the recipe group. If you're looking for mindset and support, you go into the mindset group and you're going to find everything you need there. If you pop into the bariatrics group, you're going to find everything you need there to learn all about keto and bariatrics. We're going to start talking to doctors that are specifically about bariatrics, and that kind of stuff will be in that group. So the idea is it's going to give us just a quick one-stop pop in where we want to go, instead of coming into main group and going, okay, so there's like 50,000 things posted today. How do I find what I'm looking for? I want to have breakfast, or you know what, I'm kind of low today and I need some motivation, or you know what, I have a brand new friend who's looking for newbie recipes and newbie advice. Where do I find that? Now we're not going to have to scroll through group forever. Let's be honest, I can't find half of the things that I want in there. So I know it sounds complicated and a little bit difficult. And I know it sounds crazy that the answer to not being able to find anything in group is more groups. But I really, really, really feel like it's going to make it easier for us to find what we're looking for out of group by bits and pieces, so that it doesn't all come at you like Dori content. See, these are the things I don't plan when I start a group. Nancy was really smart. She understood how Facebook groups work and how content flows and how things get jammed up. I will apologize to you guys and say that I knew this much about Facebook when I decided, this much, I better do it with two hands, this much, about Facebook when I decided to start a Facebook group. So the idea of how content would flow and how people would find things never even occurred to me. I just thought, oh, I'll make a group and I'll start putting cool stuff in there, and then people will be like, yeah, that's cool stuff. The thought never occurred to me that it would last long enough that, you know, over a year later, I'm now flooded by content in group, and I love you guys, but with so many different starting posts. Like I would say probably anywhere from 20 to 30 posts start in a day. So it's really hard for me to follow through and, you know, comment on them all, like on them all, make sure that you guys are all getting the advice, love, friendship, dancing, silliness that you need. So I'm going to ask you guys for another favor as we subgroup. If there's something that you need, tag me. Tag one of the admins in main group, and that way we will find it and we'll help you right away. So the idea is to make it easier and not harder. So from main group, you can decide which of the smaller subgroups you need. Once we've got all of the subgroups up and going, the only thing you're going to find on main group is live content and all of your subgroups and discussions to talk about. So it's basically going to kind of be like a message board. So main group will turn into a public message board, for lack of better term. So when you come in a main group, you're going to be able to see where all the subgroups are, everything we can discuss, and you're going to see any live content that is done to group. So anything that is live from public page is going to be split into the subgroups where it belongs. So if it's a motivational live, it's going to be in the mindset group. If it's a recipe live, you're going to find that in the recipe group. So you may want all of the little subgroups. You may just want to pick and choose. I have a feeling everybody wants the food. Because who doesn't love food, right? Like, come on, ladies. Let's be honest for 2 seconds. And you too, Blaine. You love bacon. Don't even pretend like you don't love bacon. So we're going to have the recipe one. That is already up and running. I think there's already 100 members in there. So you guys can feel free to hop in on the recipe box. It is linked. So it's linked to main group, Colorful Keto Lifestyle. It's linked to my public page. I linked them all up. So if you guys go take a peek at my public page, and I'll actually just show you how that goes. So if you guys are popping on, my phone is all frozen. If you guys are popping on, my public page looks alike. It has all the yummy foods at the top, just saying. Yummy foods. So if you guys are popping in, my public page looks like this. It's got the coffee at the top. So you want to scroll to the bottom here, just down, where it says groups. And as soon as you click on groups, it's going to show you what all groups are attached to this page. So all of a sudden, you see them all together. See if I can turn that so you guys can actually, I don't know, glare. Let's see. Oh, look. Oh, glare. Turn it. Oh, and then of course, when I finally do it, it's because it's not at the right spot. Yay, smooth Dori. Okay, so I know you guys can see it on Facebook. I'll put it on Instagram for you too. But it shows you each of the groups that are linked. There we go. Each of the groups that are linked. So we have What is Keto? That's our newbie group. We're still building that one. It's not quite up and running yet. All the pieces are built. Jessica and, if Robin, if she doesn't get blown away, are going to help me load that one up. And as soon as it's ready to roll, I'll let you guys know. We've got the recipe box. That one is all aces, ready to go. Head there at your leisure. Then we have my lovely friend Donna is helping me put content into the bariatric group that I just built this morning. That one is called Bariatric Fam. And that one will be up and running in a day or two as soon as we get the content into there for that. And then we have our Mindset Matters group, and that one is up and running. So you guys are more than welcome to pop in and join that one. Now, the recipe group will be public so that anyone can find it. The newbie group will be public so that anyone can find it. The mindset group will be private. Anything you post in there, only group members will be able to see. The bariatrics group will be private as well. We will definitely discuss things of a personal issue that we don't want everyone to be able to see. And the Customize Your Keto subgroup will also be private because, let's be honest, we're going to end up talking about poo there an awful lot. Like, when people are talking about customizing, they've got issues, and we're going to be talking about some of that stuff. And then main group umbrella will be public. So what I want to do is I want to take a few days to filter out any of the personal posts that are on main group, because it's always been a private group. If we take it as a public format, then the things that were already posted are now visible. And I know that there are some personal private things that we posted on group because it was private personal group. So with Jessica's help, we're going to take a couple of days to weed out that kind of content. And if you guys posted anything particular that you love, that you were really proud of to post of in private group, but you don't want it to be available when the main page goes public, then definitely feel free to go in and delete that. Now, the way that you do it is you search on group, search by your own poster name, and it'll show you what you've posted. So if you've got something in there that you posted that you're like, you know what, in private group, yes, but for, the guy walking down the street to see, maybe not, then feel free to delete that, and nobody will judge you or be offended. I promise. If you would like to have that content in one of the subgroups instead, then please feel free to copy and paste that into the appropriate subgroup that's going to be private. So then you guys have control over, you know, your content and where it went. But then everyone will be able to find our basic beginners groups, and from there we can take it to a more personal private space if that's required. But I feel like some basic beginners information we have to be able to share with everybody. And when we keep all of our group private, it makes it hard for people to find it in the search, and they just can't come hang out with us. And we're pretty awesome. I'm just saying, I'm gonna put it out there and say we're awesome. Oh my goodness, Lisa! My lovely darling, I've not seen you in so long. I miss you like crazy. I think we need to dance a song because Lisa is here. I don't have all that much more time before I have to go pick up Jacob, but I'm curious if you guys have any questions about how new group, new format will work. And I think honestly, it's going to be so much easier for you guys, like so much easier. And if you guys mod for me or admin for me and you're concerned about the extra work, I think it's going to end up being the same as it is in main group. It's just going to be like having subsections. So don't stress out. We got it. We got this. We totally got this. And I think really in the end, it's going to be a lot smoother. It's going to be a couple of days of confusion, you know, for everybody to figure out where they're going. But we all know Dori. I like the paint by number instructions. So everything is very clear in the top of each group, how it works, where you post. And I'm just ready to have an awful lot of fun. So on that note, I think it's dance to tacos time. And then I'll see if you guys have any questions. And then I will head out for the rest of my day. This is the regular speed, which I used to really love, but now I feel like it's not fast enough. I think we gotta go double time, because it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me anymore. Yeah, let's take a double time and see what happens. It's so much more funny. I've realized by the time you get to like 6 times, it loses all humor. Just saying. Okay. From here, it goes to 4 times, 6, 8, and 10 times. But I've realized by the time you hit to 6 times, it really loses all humor. It's almost romantic, like, oh, it's raining tacos. Raining tacos. See? But then by the time it hits 4, you're like, okay, now you're kind of pushing it a little. But it's still funny. But honestly, by the time you reach 600 times speed, it isn't even funny anymore. Tacos. I absolutely adore you guys. You're amazing. And if you guys have any questions about how the group's gonna work, feel free to post them. Because man, things are about to get a lot of fun. 6 times. See? And by now it loses its humor. Have an amazing day, guys.
Hey!